to make was that we wanted to have local infrastructure. We wanted to do the engineering, we wanted to do the technology using local tech, local developers, local HR, and set up an indigenous platform, which Alhamdulillah we did. So we've been now working on a B2B model for the last 9 years, Alhamdulillah. It became 9 years this May 29th. And we are currently the largest public cloud provider out of Pakistan. We work with the government, the private sector, education, NGOs, startups, and a couple of others as well. हमारा NIC से भी बहुत पुराना साथ है. NIC itself as an institution. Then secondly, with the people who are at NIC, we've been with them since almost from the start. I think Sana, we've known since Rapid Compute actually inception, since it started. She was the first person we spoke to when we were about to launch the company 11 years ago. So we've been part of the industry, part of the academia as well. We've worked with the education institute before as well in some capacity or the other, whether it be outreach, whether it be exposure, whether it be curriculum development, which is why this opportunity was very exciting for me and to my organization to lend a voice and lend some suggestions as to how we can do things differently and how we can make a change during this time on the academic circles. So now over to you about the challenge.
Thank you so much, Imran. So as Imran said, कि जो है काफी पुराना जो है मेरा personally तो इमरान के साथ and Rapid के साथ जो है it's been I think कितने साल हुए हैं 8-9 years maybe or more.
जितने पुराने हमें we spoke to you for the first time before we even launched.
Yeah, I remember that. So yeah. So, but Imran, personal level पे भी and professional पे भी, I think he's been very kind. And जब भी जो है, we've asked him to come at NIC, to partner with NIC on different events, different forums. He's always, I think, extended his help and support. और जब ये National Education Challenge की भी जब बात हो रही थी, तो I contacted him and I think he was kind enough to agree and become one of the technology partners for a National Education Challenge. So today हमारा जो Hack the Future Talks हमने एक series start किया with our partners. So Imran की officially I would I think say कि पहली talk है जो हम कर रहे हैं NIC पे अभी. And for winners का मैं बता देती हूँ कि जो एक pattern हमने किया हुआ है कि अभी we're getting an applications and then we're going to select top 25 edtech startups countrywide. और फिर उनकी mentoring होगी and then final pitches and all होंगी जिसमें से 3 जो हैं वो winners announce होंगे. So for top 3 winners, Rapid has promised या agreed बोले या committed to provide cloud hosting worth $5,000 for top 3 winners and जो remaining 22 होंगे जो selected 25 में से उनके लिए $1,000 की cloud hosting जो है Rapid is going to give. So I think that's a big thing for our selected startups या winners जो होंगे. And we thank Imran personally and Rapid to be on board as one of our esteemed partners. So I think, yeah. Asfar, anything that you would want to add?
We will just thank Imran, and people are anxiously waiting to listen to him. So over to you, Imran. You're live now.
Chale, thank you, Ji. Thank you for the introduction and thank you for having me on this. So I won't waste much time. There are a lot of senior people who joined in as well. So one of the few things that came to mind when we were talking about an education roundtable and talking about adoption. So I want to structure my talk in 2 very specific segments. One is the enablement part, and I think that was in the title of our talk as well. And one is the curriculum and the academic part. So I want to start with some thoughts about the enablement, and I want your views on it, whoever wants to chime in on that. So when I say enablement, I mean this is from the inward out, like from the academic institution towards the students and towards the community at large. And one of the things that I've seen over time is that the rate at which there is technology adoption in both the primary and secondary levels of education at high school, which is actually been proven scientifically and even educationally to be one of the most impactful times of the student's life, all the way up till college and university. What I've seen is that the lack of technology adoption is quite alarming, and which is causing us to create a let's say an assembly line of graduates, both at the primary and at the advanced education level, that really come out into the market that are unaware of the kind of tools and the kind of technologies that are prevalent in the market, or whether in their market or whether in the Western market, that are going to shape the world in the future. To shape the world of tomorrow, and and that's something that's still there today. Like, I'm very deeply involved with my kids' education, my kids' school, and I know a lot of other friends who are as well. And we keep having this conversation that schools and colleges really do not still allocate a certain significant amount of their budgets or their thought process to making their institutions more technologically agile, right? To put it in a very crass way, computer lab khol dena is not enough. Computer lab in schools and colleges today is, मेरे ख्याल है उसकी औकात is just the same as having, like, अगर आप कोई होटल बनाते हैं, अपना घर बनाते हैं या आप स्कूल बनाते हैं, do you win debates कि उधर कैफेटेरिया बनेगा? You don't, right? It's a hygiene facility. You have to have it for the kids, right? Do you even debate कि आप कितने bathroom बनाएंगे? You never even talk about it. It's part of the process, right? Why are schools and colleges and universities still talking about कि हमने computers upgrade कर दिए, computer 10 साल पुराने थे, अब हमने नए upgrade कर दिए और lab बन गया, और जी किसी फलाने philanthropist ने, किसी group ने 50 desktop donate कर दिया? Why is that even a conversation right now? It's beyond me, right? And that's not really the criteria that we should live up to. And मैं नाम नहीं लेना चाह रहा, but I'm talking about some really, really seriously large institutions that do postgraduate and graduate studies, who really boast about फलाने डोनेशन आ गई, फलाना आ गया, 100 ने कंप्यूटर आ गया, नया लैब का एनएक्सी बन गया. Computer labs is something we're bragging about in 2020. It's ridiculous. And that just goes to show that our focus is on such cosmetic application of technology that's not really not really helping anybody on that front. One I want to talk about, and I wanted to have the view of people on this. Second thing I want to talk about was, what have schools and colleges done to make learning more accessible? So teachers love complaining about कि अगर आप छोटी उम्र की बात करें तो टीचर लव से हैं कि जी बच्चे आईपैड पे और लैपटॉप और डेस्कटॉप पे ज्यादा खेलते हैं, किताबें नहीं पढ़ते, राइट? बड़ी उम्र में at even in late 20s, you see colleges, universities talking about कि टेक्स्ट बुक नहीं खरीदते या एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर रीडिंग नहीं करते या फला नहीं करते. But how many of these institutions actually put an effort to go online on an online learning platform, or set up their own LMS, or even set up a open source infrastructure like Moodle or something like that, and get it done professionally, so that if you're admitting that your students are spending more time on their laptop or their desktop, or are reading e-platforms rather than textbooks, what have you done to make education more accessible to them? First of all, e-platforms are far more cheaper to the student than buying books. That's one. Secondly, everybody from the World Bank to Asia Development Bank to everybody else has libraries full of updated curriculum and textbooks that schools and colleges can adopt. Not a single one has done it as yet, right? So what have they done, right? आज भी अगर आप STEM technology की बात करें, basic STEM, अभी मैं advanced की तो बात ही नहीं कर रहा, basic technology करें, majority schools में, private schools की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, आज भी इस किस्म की learning out of school होती है. Very few schools offer comprehensive STEM education. STEM needs to be understood as no longer a fringe or an outline curriculum. It is now needs to become part of the basic curriculum. लेकिन आज भी अगर आपके बच्चे को robotics का या coding का या general level पे STEM technology की awareness पे शौक है, even in terms of space exploration and stuff, उसको डिफेंस लेफ्टिनेंट गुलशन नाजाबाद कहीं जाके प्राइवेट स्टेम इंस्टीट्यूट पे अपने स्कूल के साथ साथ 3-4 दिन मजीद 2-2 घंटे निकालने पड़ते हैं. दे चार्ज an arm and a leg, and they should charge an arm and a leg because the equipment is expensive and they don't have the number of students that schools do. So जब आपके पास 10-15 स्टूडेंट्स होंगे तो फिर आप हजारों रुपए चार्ज करेंगे. And that is what the underlying fundamental problem is when you talk about education reform, because all of these things are now hygiene in developing economies as well. Forget about developed economies. And today we're still talking about laptops दे दें प्राइम मिनिस्टर स्कीम पे, और पुराने imported computers, used computers जो है वो चाइना से, दुबई से import हो जाएं. We're still talking about very, very basic stuff. And I know कि कोरोना के दौरान people are going to claim कि देखें जी कोरोना आया तो स्कूल्स में ये कर लिया वो कर लिया और LMS आ गए. देखें मेरे बेटे का स्कूल का भी LMS हो गया. देखें there's a fundamental difference. Corona ke dauran, and if my kid's school is listening as well, they're probably going to hate me for this. देखें, कोरोना के दौरान a lot of schools, yes, did implement an LMS of some sort or went on, got a premium Zoom account, which is like the bare basic people are doing to have these online lectures. But let's be very clear, it's not part of an education strategy. It's because 90% of the parents refused to give the fees while the school was closed. They said, since your school is off and your infrastructure is off, we will not pay the full fees. And this is you can verify this from any of your schools that you want. And the private school association was in a big trouble because parents were saying, "Hum these fees school denge, fees denge because your school's off." So this rush towards an online LMS or towards YouTube or towards a Zoom classroom for everybody from schools all the way to big institutions doing degree courses, they did it because people just refused to pay the fees. It's not part of a larger movement. It's not the same as a planned, actionable implementation of a digital curriculum. It's not. So let's not kid ourselves. जिस दिन ये campuses खोलेंगे वापस और हालात normal होंगे, आपको पता चल जाएगा कि इनकी औकात Zoom तक ही रहेगी. Because it's not actionable. It's not a planned migration towards academic outreach via a digital channel. And there is no talk of bringing the concept of fourth IR or fifth IR onto the classroom. So I know a lot of people say I'm being very depressing. At least schools kar to rahe hain, but it's very important to understand why someone does something, the motive behind it. The motive behind it is to justify school fees and to justify the cost of education that they're charging. And kudos to them. I mean, I appreciate it if they're charging a fees and they're paying the students and they're making sure that the curriculum and the online engagement is continuing. But it is really not the same as having a digital outlook towards education or education is how the future would have it. The education of the future is going to be multimodal, multi-platform, accessible from anywhere, accessible in any language. Nobody talks about a multi-language curriculum. Why don't we talk about that? The education of the future talks about educating Sindh all the way to this rural belt, talks about educating Punjab, talks about educating the newly reclaimed fringe frontiers of MWFP and KPK. Nobody talks about migration of curriculum to indigenous languages. Why don't we talk about that? And that's really not possible if you're going to start printing books for every province and printing books for every kind of dialect. That's only possible if you go digital, if the conversion is cost effective, if the conversion is done fast and accessible to people. People don't even talk about these things. So Zoom premium accounts, I'm not really impressed. Spending $25 to teach 40 kids at one time, not really my idea of the education of the future. I've got a few more points here, but I'd like to pause and hear somebody's comments on what I've said so far, so we can keep it interactive. If that's okay with you guys.
Can I? I'll just quickly chime in over here. So my name is Nahyan from the Pakistan Space Science Education Center. We are a STEM-based organization. My partner Zartaj couldn't be here. She also has a leg.
She has. My kids study from Zartaj. Awesome, man.
Right. So I'm one of the co-founders and me and Zartaj have co-founded PSEC. I would slightly disagree with you on this because the thing is, teachers in schools at the moment, they've not been brought up to that specific technological standard where you can expect them, right? COVID, nobody was expecting that the entire world would be shut down by COVID, right? We weren't expecting that. We've gone to Thar and we've seen teachers in Thar show more determination, show more perseverance, show more of that willingness as we've seen teachers in big cities or metropolitan cities like Lahore, Karachi, and Islamabad. So, and I completely agree with you on this, that even if they're taking the bare minimum of having Zoom classes, that's the basic they can do. Yes, they should be doing more. They absolutely should be doing more. But we do need to see it from their point of view as well, where we can see that their teachers are either unwilling or they're not that technologically advanced to adopt any other big infrastructure such as Microsoft Teams, etc., etc. But as you talk more, I'll talk a bit more about what we're doing as well.
Yeah, sure. And I completely agree with you on that, which is why I said I'm on the side of the teacher and the person dishing out the education, because I spoke about conversion of content to indigenous and dialects and languages as well, which is another problem that they face, because a lot of the people, if you go to Bangladesh and if you go to Sri Lanka and you go to even Nepal, for example, I was there last year, a lot of the technology boundaries are overcome simply by translation of technology hurdles onto local dialects, right? So obviously, when you go to third and all of these, I'm not saying they don't speak English, and I'm not saying they don't feel comfortable, but a lot of it can be accelerated when you think along those lines. So it's not their fault. So my point of view is that the people who are the thought leaders, who have to design, who have to roll out, who have to change the future of education in the country, really are not thinking along those lines. The Taj, you are private people, right? And I know my kids have been studying robotics for the last 5 years now, right? They went to Dubai with her. They went to Islamabad with it. It's a private initiative. It's a driven, ambitious person wanting to make change. But with due respect, आप 220 million की आबादी का mindset नहीं change कर सकते अकेले. You need a machinery to change it, right? So so that's yeah. So we've talked more on that when we go on that. So one of the things that like we talk about is so COVID ke dauran, and this is a conversation I was having with some telcos as well. So one of the biggest issues to online education that's been there during COVID has been access to reliable broadband, right? So people have had problems of हर घर पे तो fiber नहीं लगा हुआ. Fiber is largely in very few areas. अगर आप कराची की भी बात करें. So let's talk nuclear first. Let's talk just about our city that we're sitting in right now. I in no mean to indicate that there's not a problem for other cities. I'm just trying to make the scope smaller to understand. अब कराची से शहर में भी जहाँ majority ISPs बैठती हैं, बहुत कम इलाके हैं जहाँ पर reliable fiber infrastructure है for broadband access to quality education, right? And we were having this conversation with telcos that day and with the PTA and with the ISPs. Not one subsidy or not one enablement has been given to students to get access to 4G or 3G packages or access or even cable or fiber access on a student discount or a student subsidy during these days, right? So when you acknowledge that school has been shut down and access to education needs to be given, at the same time, you must acknowledge that then you need to fill the vacuum through giving enablement, right? So now a lot of people have very poor DSL connections at home. They have very poor cable connections at home, and they keep saying कि हम classes ले नहीं सकते, assignments update कर नहीं सकते, mobile phone को हम hotspot बनाते हैं, वो बहुत महंगा बनता है. We must acknowledge that cost is a big deterrent to education. It always is, right? नहीं होता तो यहाँ पर हर बंदा प्लेन करके हार्वर्ड स्टैनफोर्ड से कम सोचता ही नहीं. But cost is a big deterrent to education always, and it is. And we were having conversation with telcos as recently as last Thursday, and they have no plans to do subsidy. They have no, they have not faced any issue right now up to PTA or the government of Ministry of Education or somebody saying, yeah, since most of the population relies on 3G, 4G connectivity at home, there needs to be like a student package, and this happens all over the world, right? BT, AT&T, all of these guys have student packages. Even Microsoft has student products. All you need to do is show your enrollment card, and you get like rebates and discounts. Nothing has been done on that part as well, which is causing a lot of cost issues. So we were in a roundtable with students last Thursday, and student said कि बस 1500 रुपए का तो basic package है 4G का, और वो 4 से 5 दिन में खत्म हो जाता है because we are viewing so many videos now online and we are viewing so much content now कि एक घंटे का lecture जो है वो अच्छा 1-2 GB का बन जाता है in terms of volume, और 15-20 GB का तो volume होती है 1500 रुपए के अंदर. So they think the cost is mounting, which is causing them to make excuses, skip classes, or for some people just not take classes at all, right? कि ठीक है यार classes कोई और ले लेगा, दोस्त से पूछ लेंगे. If physical classroom में हो सकता है तो virtual classroom में भी हो सकता है. So so stuff like that, and that's another thing that I was concerned about when we were talking about COVID and we were talking to a lot of people in the government and the private sector. One of the important points that came about was जो अभी नया ना अभी थोड़ी देर पहले का is the training on teachers of technology. So I won't name the university, but think of it as one of the biggest universities in the country, right? And they were not prepared to go digital, and they were not prepared to go on Zoom or go to meeting or whatever during the Corona time. And this is like blue chip A-class university की बात कर रहा हूँ. It was quite saddening to see that they had no experience and no idea of how to go online and do virtual classes. Secondly, I was surprised that the biggest pushback to rolling out virtual classrooms came from the teachers, because the teachers in their daily life, and this is not a disrespect to any teacher, I'm just saying that's the way the ecosystem is structured. उनका TA उनके प्रिंट आउट निकालता था, फोटोकॉपी वाला उनकी बुक्स बना के देता था. Office and everything is IT. You could take printouts, you could do everything. Your laptop was set up by somebody. And now when teachers had to do it themselves at home or at office, it was a big problem. सबसे बड़ा pushback, and a lot of teachers were candid about it. A lot of students were candid about it. You know, कि teachers are like, भाई नहीं session record करना, फिर recording upload करना, फिर notes करना, फिर notes upload करना, फिर assignment check करना, फिर result upload करना. And a lot of teachers simply said कि नहीं हम नहीं कर सकते. या हम YouTube पे recorded videos बना देंगे एक दफा, and then students can just work on that, right? So, and ये तो हम COVID की तरह बात कर रहे हैं, but this has got nothing to do with COVID. This has got all about the future of education, access to education, right? If you're not going to have your teachers that have hands-on experience or have not been provided the tools to expose themselves to how to run a digital ecosystem, it's going to continuously be about how many people can you fit inside a physical classroom. And I think the time is telling now that just like e-commerce has proven to be a better model than brick and mortar stores, because brick and mortar physical stores are more costly, time is now showing that, I won't say e-commerce, but digital learning is much more cost effective and easier to roll out than brick and mortar schools. So until you upgrade the education of teachers and train them and take the ownership of bringing them onto a basic platform, it will continue to be just like stores. You will only fight about how many kids you can fit in a classroom. All that budget that the provinces get will be spent on building thousands and thousands of brick and mortar schools in areas where it's difficult to get gas and water even, and bijli even, because that's the only model how to fit 40 kids into a classroom, right? And it's now being shown, especially in societies and economies like ours that are underprivileged, it is a failed model. So unless you enable the enablers, you will continuously be circling around traditional models that are cost intensive, that are difficult to roll out, and are difficult to update as well. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to talk to somebody from the Board of Education in your city, but ever try asking them how difficult it is to roll out a new textbook in schools. You will be shocked at how painful it is. And you will realize why they give up halfway and say, yaar, jo 1980 se chal raha hai na, chalta rahe yaar. It's just too painful to roll out schools to 8,000 schools in the city. It's very difficult to roll out books. So when we talk about education, and I've had like 3 months to think about this during COVID, because this is something that I plan to now take up in my free time as an individual as well. The systemic gaps in enabling the education of the future are not technical at all. They are very procedural. They are very, very operational. And as a guy from technology and dealing with one of the complicated technology side of cloud, we realized that most of the times, even in our business, the roadblocks are more operational at the end of the day than they are technical. And we must be humble to that fact and realize that we need to make the wheels smoother to turn. I'll just give a last point on the enablement part, and I'll open it for questions. So if I were to summarize, so A, you have to enable the enablers. I mean, you heard this phrase in organizations, we say train the trainers, right? So we have to enable the enablers. B, we have to look at it from the top down in terms of policy, in terms of subsidies if needed, in terms of the building blocks of an education ecosystem, which is broadband, access to technology. I mean, I still till today do not understand that when my son can do a Zoom class on a 7,000 rupees ka Android tablet, why would the government fund 35,000 rupees ka laptop जिससे बच्चे ने online education करनी है? It just I don't get it. He has access to YouTube, he has access to Zoom, he has access to basic web browsing. See, the point is not to give him an experience that he would get on a 2.5 lakh rupees ka IIM exam. That's not the goal. The goal is to give him a decent experience on basic commodity education. And I've often wondered, because when my kids' class started, we didn't have a tablet at home. I'm not a very pro-tablet person for entertainment. But they had like a very basic 7,000-8,000 rupees ka Chinese tablet at one point in time. And it's been a month now, and education is hanged perfectly fine on that. Zoom bhi ho raha hai, LMS pe upload bhi ho rahi hain, cheezein sara ho raha hai. It made me wonder, look at our misplaced priorities. हम 35,000 40,000 रुपए की प्राइमरी स्कीम में लैपटॉप लेके कोई 5 लाख बंदों को देते हैं, and we don't realize that a lot can be done for a lot cheaper and a lot more effectively, right? And things can be rolled out a lot more. So it has to be from the top down, what the curriculum needs to look like, but the enablement measures are all the way from infrastructure all the way to broadband, And even to cloud providers such as ours, I haven't seen any education minister or anybody reach out to me and say, यार अभी हमें जरूरत है, आप फ्री में क्लाउड दें इसको. हमने इनिशिएटिव लिया और हमने प्रेस रिलीज निकाला अखबारों में और प्रो पाकिस्तानी, और हमने कहा कि इन 6 महीनों के लिए जिस स्कूल को, जिस यूनिवर्सिटी को, जिस गवर्नमेंट इदारे को LMS के लिए हमने 3 सेक्टर बोले, एजुकेशन, हेल्थ केयर एंड स्मॉल बिजनेसेस. इन 3 सेगमेंट में से किसी को भी 6 महीने के लिए फ्री की असिस्टेंस और क्लाउड चाहिए, एक ईमेल ड्रॉप करें. एंड वी हैव tons of universities have reached out from Karachi, Sindh and Punjab. Government institutions reached out and we fulfilled all their needs. But मेरे पास कोई ऊपर से मैंडेट नहीं आया, मुझे किसी ने नहीं बोला. ठीक है. So it has to be all the enablement blocks, the curriculum, and a vision on how do people will access education. And that needs to be done from the top down. Bottom up, देखें, you live in a capitalistic economy. Bottom up, nobody's going to make that expense if you can do without it. It has to be a vision that goes top down. Right? And top down doesn't mean danda. Top down means the sharing of a vision that you need to implement to get the country a certain place, right? And so that's my view on the enablement part of our talk. And the other part is curriculum, and we'll talk about that. So I would love to hear any comments on this. And if I've said something wrong or something, I would love to have clarification on that, because I'm also learning in the process.
Hello everyone, may I ask something? This is me, Naman from Park Suzuki. I've been involved in digital learning projects at Park Suzuki. So can I ask something?
जी सर.
जी आप पूछें नोमान.
Yes, basically मेरा क्वेश्चन जो है, आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा रिगार्डिंग LMS और डिजिटल लर्निंग जो इनेबल करना है हमें, इसमें टीचर्स को और टीचर्स डेवलपमेंट कैसे होनी है, तमाम चीजें. Basically, when we talk about digital learning, तो इसमें यानी कि there are variety of things. Like digital learning is not only about conducting sessions on Zoom and Google Meet और इस तरह के सॉफ्टवेयर पे. डिजिटल लर्निंग में आपके पास कोर्स डेवलपमेंट है, मॉड्यूल्स हैं. किस तरीके से आप टीचर्स को इनेबल करेंगे कि वो स्टोरी बोर्डिंग करें, वो तमाम टेक्स्ट बुक्स की, और उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म करें कोर्स. यानी कि टीचर्स को अब जिस तरह व्हेन वी डू डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स ऑफ डिजिटल लर्निंग एट कॉर्पोरेट, तो हमें वहां पे इवन चैलेंजेस आते हैं रिगार्डिंग अडेप्टेबिलिटी, रिगार्डिंग एंगेजमेंट के जो हमारे ई लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म है, हम उसमें किस तरीके से लोगों को, प्रोफेशनल्स को इंगेज करके रखेंगे कि वो यार पहले क्लासरूम लर्निंग में थे और अब वो स्क्रीन लर्निंग पे शिफ्ट हो गए. तो स्क्रीन लर्निंग पे एंगेजमेंट इज वेरी मच चैलेंजिंग. वो प्रोफेशनल्स को एंगेज करना मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो अब जब व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट स्टूडेंट्स, तो स्टूडेंट्स में तो ये और ज्यादा चैलेंजिंग है, और इसमें टीचर्स को बहुत ही ज्यादा एक क्रिटिकल रोल अपना प्ले करने की जरूरत होगी कि वो डिजिटल लर्निंग को डिफरेंट एंगल से कवर करें.
Numan, my request to you and all the participants is to be brief with your question. पूछना क्या है, डायरेक्शन है. ये हमारा सेशन भी छोटा है, हम चाहेंगे इमरान ज्यादा कवर करें. आप ब्रीफ अपना सवाल.
मैं नुमान की बात समझ गया हूँ. मैं बिल्कुल सही कह रही हैं. मैं एक छोटी सी मिसाल देता हूँ. आज से आई डोंट नो इफ यू वुड रिकॉल नुमान, आज से ना अराउंड 15 years ago जो प्राइमरी एजुकेशन पे ये हाईलाइट हुआ था कि मैं कराची की बात कर रहा हूँ. प्राइमरी एजुकेशन, बिकॉज माय मदर वाज टीचिंग फॉर अ व्हाइल, सो आई नो दिस. प्राइमरी एजुकेशन में ये डिस्कवर हुआ था कि द फ्लुएंसी एंड द ग्रास्प ऑफ इंग्लिश फॉर मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द टीचर्स, फॉर नो फॉल्ट ऑफ देयर ओन, बहुत पुअर थी. सो जो नए टेक्स्ट बुक्स आ रहे थे इंग्लैंड से और अमेरिका से, वो उसको सही से समझ के नॉलेज इम्पार्ट नहीं कर पा रहे थे. तो कराची में एक अदारा है PACC, पाक अमेरिकन कल्चर काउंसिल, ऐसा कुछ कल्चरल सेंटर, क्या है PACC, राइट बिहाइंड सेंट क्लब एंड द मैरियट, राइट. एंड PACC का एक कोर फंक्शन ये था कि वो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में प्रोफिशिएंसी देता था सोशल वर्कर्स और गवर्नमेंट वर्कर्स को. एंड आई रिमेंबर कि 10 से 15 साल पहले दे रोल्ड आउट अ ह्यूज, और आज भी बाय द वे वो प्रोग्राम चल रहा है और आज भी टीचर्स वहीं जाती हैं. दे रोल्ड आउट अ ह्यूज प्रोग्राम to educate teachers all across Karachi and all across and from anywhere basically in basic English proficiency, so that they can understand the new classrooms and the new curriculum. And this was done because it was necessary and it has had great value today. So मैं जो आपकी बात समझ रहा हूँ, it is something on a national level of the same order where teachers are trained and brought to a minimum hygiene level of understanding on digital platforms and how to storyboard and turn their क्या कहते होते हैं ना passive textbooks into more interactive applications and platforms. मैं आपकी बात सही समझ रहा हूँ?
Yes, बिल्कुल 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 ऐसी है. This is the main challenge, और इसके हवाले से ही मैं थोड़ा सा जानना चाह रहा था कि what type of thoughts you have regarding this.
So very good question. ये जो अगला section है ना learning and curriculum का, उसमें मैं आपके साथ जवाब दूंगा. I've made a note of this.
Okay, thank you so much.
So coming on to my next point. So like I said, I split this session in two parts. One was the enablement. Second is the learning and curriculum, right? So जिस तरह मैंने पहले कहा कि जी कंप्यूटर लैब वगैरह ये चीजें अब लर्निंग और करिकुलम में नहीं आती. जमाना था यूनिवर्सिटी अपने ब्रोशर पे लिखती थी स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट कंप्यूटर लैब. अब ऐसा लिखना नहीं चाहिए, बड़ी शर्मिंदगी की बात है. बट अभी भी जो करिकुलम का हाल है, like I said, anything out of the ordinary textbooks are somehow we become comfortable with summer schools and coaching centers and specialty institutes to pick up that gap, and that just, and that is what furthermore cemented the mindset कि normal curriculum, जो normal thought of curriculum है, वही पाकिस्तान स्टडीज, इस्लामिया, सोशल स्टडीज, मैथ, साइंस, whatever, उसके एडवांस कुछ भी होगा तो वो तो जी स्कूल के डोमेन के बाहर है. ठीक है. Not all schools, I'm saying this category, not all schools. Nayan is here and he knows that it's not all schools, and because I've seen his counterpart in many schools leading this initiative, but majority schools, more than 90% of schools don't have any such curriculum. So, and what can we do to change it? अब चेंज करने से पहले देखिए, सबसे पहले माइंडसेट समझना होता है कि आप स्कूल वाले होके आप पैसा कहाँ लगाएंगे या आप ग्रोथ कहाँ लगाएंगे. So मैं लास्ट ईयर की बात बता रहा हूँ, तो उसका कोरोना से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है. So me and a lot of people that NSC knows and many of you will know as well, from the IT circle, we took a personal initiative and we said यार हम एक काम करते हैं, हम 2-4 इलाकों के बड़े स्कूलों में जाते हैं और हम कहते हैं कि यार आपकी करिकुलम में there is no talk about fintech, there is no talk about robotics, there is no talk about AI, there is no talk about cloud, there is no talk about high-end development, software development and computing, right? And these are the technology of the future. और आपके बच्चे अभी 7वीं 8वीं 9वीं 10वीं A level O level में हैं, and अगला स्टेप बैचलर्स का लेना है, and based on whatever their interest is, वो उसी बेसिस पे अपना मेजर चूज करेंगे या उसी बेसिस पे अपनी इंस्टीट्यूट चूज करेंगे, राइट? So you want to do engineering, you'll go to NED, FAST, whatever. आपने बिजनेस करना है तो आप ये वगैरह जाएंगे. So we approached like a ton of schools, जहाँ हमने कहा कि हम फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट 2 से 3 2 घंटे की वर्कशॉप करेंगे, जिसका सिर्फ एक गोल होगा, वो होगा इंटरेस्ट डेवलप करना, और कोई गोल नहीं होगा. हम भाषण नहीं देंगे, हम रियल लाइफ चीजें बताएंगे, अपनी स्टोरीज बताएंगे, अपनी जर्नीज बताएंगे, थोड़ी वीडियोस दिखा देंगे यूट्यूब पे प्रोजेक्टर के ऊपर, थोड़ी अच्छी बातें बताएंगे, टेस्ला के बारे में बता देंगे, स्पेस एक्स, टेस्ला की गाड़ी सबको पता है, उस गाड़ी की मिसाल लेके एआई समझा देंगे. यार दैट्स लाइक द इजीएस्ट वे टू टीच समवन. एवरीबॉडी लव्स द टेस्ला, ओके फॉरगेट द टेस्ला, आई विल टेल यू हाउ इट वर्क्स, राइट? 10,000 चीजें हमने सोची हुई थी. नॉट अ सिंगल स्कूल took us up on our offer to do this workshop, and we are not, मतलब मैं बहुत हम्बली कह रहा हूँ, हम कोई रोड चलते हुए लोग नहीं हैं, हम अपनी कंपनियां चला रहे हैं, हम अपने सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, एंड वी आर वॉलंटियरिंग आवर टाइम टू से कि हमने सिर्फ इंटरेस्ट डेवलप करना है. क्योंकि आपके लड़के ने OA लेवल पढ़ने के, और हम प्राइमरी लेवल पे बात कर रहे थे, क्योंकि हमने OA लेवल के बाद उस लड़के ने डिसाइड करना है किस यूनिवर्सिटी में जाना है, चाहे इधर या चाहे बाहर, तो उसका इंटरेस्ट डेवलप होना चाहिए. इंटरेस्ट डेवलप नहीं होगा तो वो वही पुराना रट्टू तोते की तरह यहाँ से निकलेगा, एक BBA करेगा, एक MBA करेगा, और बाद में सोचेगा यार मुझे यार बैंकिंग तो पसंद ही नहीं है, अब मैं क्या करूँ. ठीक है. And this was our goal, कि यार 2 to 3 years before A level, so that he can have interest and then he can read books and he can watch movies. Nothing. We even said we would recommend movies that they could watch, right? Interesting movies like on AI and robotics and stuff like Blade Runner, stuff like AI, things that would really get people excited, and tell them, yeah, these were fantasies and now they're reality, right? Nobody was interested, and they were only interested. अच्छा नहीं आप हमारे LMS में कुछ करते हैं, अच्छा क्लाउड कंपनी हमारी क्लाउड होस्टिंग कर रहे हैं. भाई मैं धब्बे के लिए कॉल नहीं कर रहा यार, मैं कॉल कर रहा हूँ कि, and my other friends who participated, there were people from the fintech industry, there were people, मैं नाम लूंगा आप घबरा जाएंगे, इस वक्त पाकिस्तान के सबसे बड़े सॉफ्टवेयर हाउसेस के heads and CEOs and owners, we all volunteered, and they didn't want to know anything, right? And here is the problem again, because like I said, if you're living in a capitalistic economy and you want to figure out where you want to spend your money in your school, you will always spend it where you will get quick gains. In just a few schools, एंड मैं उंगलियों पे गिन सकता हूँ 10, 12, 15 होंगे कराची जैसे शहर में यार, जिन्होंने अपने करिकुलम में, मैंने देखा है, फिजिकली देखा है विजिट करके, छठी जमात से एआई पढ़ाना शुरू किया है, एआई फॉर किड्स। उसमें कोडिंग नहीं सिखाते, सारी बात है यार, लेकिन ये बताते हैं एआई होती क्या है, कि मैंने अगर एक मशीन से काम करवाना है, बेसिक मैंने देखे हैं, बेसिक टेक्स्ट बुक है जिसमें वैक्यूम क्लीनर की मिसाल दी हुई है कि एआई वैक्यूम क्लीनर, और बच्चे पूछते हैं कि ये वैक्यूम कैसे खुद करेगा। तो बिल्कुल फॉर डमीज की तरह समझाया जाता है कि यार वो इस तरह करेगा, एआई को, मशीन को बताया जाता है कि सामने देखने, इट हैज आईज, इट आल्सो हैज आईज, इट हैज कैमरा फॉर किड्स, एंड किड्स लव इट, राइट। आई हैव सीन बेसिक कोडिंग, वो मैं नाम भूल जाता हूँ हमेशा, एस से नाम है एक प्लेटफॉर्म का ऑनलाइन, उसमें आप गेम शेम बनाना सीखते हैं थ्रू बेसिक कोडिंग, राइट। Kids love it. Kids love it, right? Kids are exposed to Minecraft, which to adults is like the most stupidest game, but for kids it's amazing. They learn how to do stuff, right? ये सिखाया जाता है उन स्कूलों में। There is robotics. People learn how to work with Lego robotics. वो kids schools में खरीदे हुए हैं लोगों को, बच्चों को हफ्ते में, and Nayan would do this, Raj is awesome and the robotics front. So ये इतनी सारी चीजें हैं, but ये handful है, and like I said, 10-12 लोगों से दुनिया नहीं बदलती, मुल्क भी नहीं बदलता आपका, ठीक है जी। But I'm just saying कि so this is what I wanted to say as a prologue. But going on to that, now here's something that we need to do immediately in our schools, right? मेरे पास एक डॉक्यूमेंट है जो मैं ग्रुप में एंड में लिंक पे शेयर करूंगा, प्लीज डाउनलोड कीजिएगा। वर्ल्ड बैंक का डॉक्यूमेंट है, उसमें 14 कंक्रीट मेजर्स बताए हुए हैं हाउ टू गो डिजिटल एंड हाउ टू मेक योर एजुकेशन रिप्रेजेंट एजुकेशन ऑफ द फ्यूचर। उसमें करिकुलम जरूरी है नहीं बताया हुआ, उसमें स्टेप्स बताए हुए हैं, लेकिन उसी वेबसाइट पे जब आप जाएंगे, लिंक से लिंक निकालेंगे, तो उसमें पूरे पूरे डाउनलोडेबल करिकुलम रखे हुए हैं। एवरी curriculum material is kept online if you want to teach kids robotics, if you want to teach with AI, if you want to teach kids about cloud computing, you want to teach them about hardware, you want to teach them about next level engineering. Everything is there. Everything is so easy to implement these days, but people just don't lend value. And usme, and I don't want to say anything controversial, but it's a societal fault that we have. We have generally been a very non-scientific society, because every time we talk about science, somebody ends up feeling that it's challenging our religious values, which it really isn't. It's mutually exclusive. And the beautiful part is that most of the best scientific theories in our history have been devised by Muslims, throughout history, and हम acknowledge करते हैं. But so it develops over time, and you start to move away from understanding the value behind science, even though we use it in our everyday life, right? So one of the things that we need to really focus on is robotics and AI. Robotics and AI is going to be the building block of the future, especially for emerging economies such as ours. We are an economically strained country, so we will need to take help of advanced technologies in order to make our operations better. Robotics and AI is being used everywhere these days, from civil engineering to dangerous work to hard labor to stuff like that. We need to understand that AI and robotics is the future in terms of a lot of basic infrastructure development that we need to do in the country. अगर मैं सिर्फ AI की बात करूं, the need of AI for countries such as ours to do stuff like medicine, diagnostics, planning, and even economics to a very large extent is just highly underrated. The amount of work, I was traveling to Amsterdam last year, and I saw the amount of work smaller countries than ours, countries that are even smaller economies than ours, the amount of work they've put in using AI and AI-related machine learning technology to figure out how to provide clean water to their citizens, how to provide basic healthcare to their citizens, how to provide basic safety and security and crime prevention to their citizens, and save so much money, which is so important to them because they are an economy in crisis. We are an economy in crisis. We need to understand that we need to build these experts of tomorrow by exposing them to these technologies at a younger age. These are complex technologies. People need to be exposed to them in their late teens and early 20s so that they have enough time in their life to educate and gain expertise on them so that they can contribute. Because अगर आप उसको 30 साल की उम्र पे सिखाएंगे, इस वक्त इसका गोल शादी करना, अपने माँ बाप का ख्याल रखना और अपना पेट पालना है. He is not going to invest his time and money into fringe technologies that will not be easily, job placement नहीं हो सकेगी एक हफ्ते में. So you need to understand, you need to get him aware and up to speed a lot earlier in your life. अगर हम बात करें social platforms, it is depressing that females selling handbags on Facebook are more technologically aware of social platforms than teachers, businessmen, and office-going people. It is depressing. Okay. So when I speak to people, and I buy a lot of stuff online on Facebook, tech stuff, gadgets based, चीजें based, mostly सारे sellers, Facebook पे होते हैं, and I see overwhelming population is of entrepreneurial, fantastic women who are making food items, making jewelry, making clothes, making decoration items, house furniture. I ran across a woman last week who does small projects for people in their home. आपने अपने कमरे में एक कोना डिजाइन करवाना है, वो बोलेगी मुझे आप फेसबुक पे इन कोने की तस्वीरें लेके भेज दें, मैं एक हफ्ते बाद आपको ना कंप्यूटर पे डिजाइन करके भेज दूंगी, पसंद आए तो मुझे बताइएगा, मैं घर पे आके कर दूंगी आपके. Stuff like artwork and murals and stained glass and all of that. And I think that girl is like about 24, 25 years old. She was telling me, a freshly graduated art student. So fantastic. These people are more aware of what social platforms can do for business and education than somebody my age. I'm a tech company, so I'm an unfair example, but from my age, sitting in an office or sitting at home, or even if it's a teacher. And that's a sad truth, right? And why does that person understand the platform better? Because it's an economics game. Because that person is getting business, that person has got himself up to speed and is amazing at it, right? Until it becomes a value, nobody will spend time learning it. And that is why the value needs to be created top down. I come back to it again. In a capitalistic economy, you depend on it going bottom up, it's never going to happen. Because it's all about value. What value can be derived at this point in time? So robotics, AI, social engines, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, other social engines. It's very important. In a country like ours, it's very, very, very important. Then I cannot undersell the importance of getting your kids and young teens and early adults exposed to basic coding and development. एक बहुत गंदी मिथ बन गई है कि कोडिंग करने के लिए मैथ बहुत अच्छी होनी चाहिए. तो होता क्या है, हमारे मुल्क में मैथ में लोग वीक हैं, जिंदगी में कभी कोडिंग देखते नहीं है. I'm sorry, that's a fallacy. That's absolute rubbish. That's absolute rubbish. ठीक है? Not everybody needs to be a deep diving machine code engineer कि उसको mathematics की हर चीज पता होगी. Basic level hygiene coding does not require a high proficiency of coding, of mathematics. ठीक है? Especially the languages being used today across the world. वो C और C++ के ज़माने चले गए भाई. अब rapid development होती है on newer coding languages. That are very easy to do and they are much more logical than the previous languages were. And I'll tell you why. In order for an economy like ours, who has a dollar issue, who cannot always outsource work, who cannot always pay money to companies abroad for getting work done for them, it is absolutely imperative that we create local capacity in local students and local professionals to get the job done in country. The dollar is in the high 160s. You cannot depend on outsourcing or buying everything from abroad. Nobody can do it. Even India has realized from now that there is no way that they can continue to outsource currency somewhere else. Okay? And that is the exact vision we had when we set up Cloud 9 years ago today. 9 years in production, but 10 years ago we decided to do it because we realized we were users of Cloud, we were users of Rackspace back then. Also, Amazon वगैरह भी छोटा था, Rackspace was massive back then. And then we realized that how are our businesses going to afford this? How are we going to afford it in the future? And then we realized, and from the first day, our goal was whatever we don't have a dependency on, we produce in-house indigenously. And I'll tell you why I give an importance on coding. 2017 was a big year for us. We changed ourselves technologically, advanced ourselves significantly. And I'll tell you what my problem was. I'm not exaggerating. I could not find 5 developers. I had a headcount of 5 I needed. I could not find 5 developers nationwide who had proficiency on the platform that I was coding on. Because when they were getting out of schools and they were getting out of colleges and they were getting out of the engineering institutes, they were still being taught code and coding techniques that had been abandoned by the West in the late 90s because the curriculum hadn't been revised. उससे मैं बाद में आऊँगा एक बड़े controversial topic पे. I made a point on that. And what happened was we had to hire. And देखिए हर company मेरी जैसे नहीं होती या मेरे bosses जैसे नहीं होती. We had to hire 15 people fresh. हम कहते हैं FOB, fresh off the boat, from graduating batches. And we set up a 5-room training center in one of our buildings here. and we trained them all from scratch, and realized कि 6 महीने तक हमें कोई आउटपुट नहीं देंगे. And the best part is उनमें से 4 लोग जो हैं वो AWS से Google Cloud में हायर हो गए, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बैठे हैं, which is amazing for us because we just taught them the right tools, right? But the other 11 have been with us for the last 4 years now, and the situation hasn't improved. मैंने आज भी अखबार में ऐड डाला हुआ है, आज भी लिंक्डइन पे डाला है, रैपिड कंप्यूट के पेज पे जाएंगे, आज भी आपको डेवलपर के ऐड मिलेंगे और लिखा आएगा जॉब स्लॉट अनफिल्ड है, because people just have no clue. And वो अच्छी बात है कि एटलीस्ट इतनी ह्यूमिलिटी स्टूडेंट्स में होती है कि वो कहते हैं कि जी हम प्रोफेशन नहीं है, so we wouldn't want to risk, taking the job and then getting laid off a couple of months later because they don't know how to do it. But I'm still having to train people on basic tech and basic coding because people are just not. देखिए मैं entrepreneurs की बात नहीं कर रहा, नॉन लोग की बात नहीं कर रहा जिन्होंने अपने सॉफ्टवेयर हाउस खोले. Again, that becomes a money making endeavor जहाँ पर लोग अपने आप को पर अपग्रेड करते हैं because there's a value behind it. बट कभी भी आपके पास फिर असेंबली लाइन नहीं क्रिएट होगी ऑफ हाईली डेवलप्ड. एंड इंडिया रियलाइजेस इन 2004 एंड यू कैन विकिपीडिया इट. अब मेरी बात पे ना जाए, दे सेट अप एंटायर मिनी सिटीज वेयर पीपल वर जस्ट बीइंग टॉट प्रोग्रामिंग लाइक ड्रोन. और उस जमाने में उनकी गवर्नमेंट जो थी वो मजाक उड़ाती थी, सॉरी अपोजिशन मजाक उड़ाती थी कि आप तो यहाँ पर फैक्ट्री निकाले जा रहे हैं, हर बंदे को डेवलपमेंट सिखाए जा रहे हैं. But I guess nobody's laughing now because they have some of the strongest development minds in the world and they're coding. मैं कल से मैंने MongoDB का इंजीनियर एंगेज किया हुआ है प्रोजेक्ट के लिए, सारे इंडियन है. आई थिंक MongoDB का प्रोडक्ट भी इंडियन है. So my point is development is key if you want to build your indigenous infrastructure, whether it be e-government, whether it be e-education. देखिए Moodle शूडल अपनी जगह है, बट जब आपको एडवांस लेवल एजुकेशन करने होंगे प्लेटफॉर्म, आपने कॉस्ट देखी है इंटरनेशनल LMSs और प्लेटफॉर्म्स की जो बाकी लोग यूज करते हैं. And what's sad is there are some amazing Pakistani companies that are doing LMSs in the region, in the GCC, in Sri Lanka, even in India. उनको पाकिस्तान में कोई बिजनेस नहीं मिलता. वो एक हमारा अलग मसला है, गोरा कॉम्प्लेक्स है, उस पर किसी और दिन बात करेंगे. I would love to have like 3 hours to talk on that. But वो एक अलग मसला है. But there just aren't enough people to go around. So development, coding. I am thrilled that my kids are being taught coding in the 5th grade. My kid has coding assignments from school and he does it. Again, मैं बार-बार दत्ताज का नाम लेता हूँ, उसमें भी दत्ताज का हाथ है, but I'm just saying that my kids are learning coding, right? And they love it. And now when they play video games, they ask me questions like. So my kid, one of my kids is 9 years old, and he wanted to learn animation. And he wanted to learn animation because he plays video games and he wanted to understand how he can make those characters of video games. So I reached out to 3 institutes and they said he's too young to learn on the high silicon machine. We'll wait until he's 11. उतनी देर आप इसको ये चीजें train करते हैं, right? But that's how kids' interests get developed when they see something being taught and then they see it in implementation on the screen and they want to copy it and then they want to develop. And we just haven't done that enough for kids or even for higher education. So coding and development would be, I would tag it like a crisis. If I ever had a chance to talk to Tania Idris for Dare to Pakistan, I would say if you want to classify something as a crisis, it is the lack of developers in the country, buddy. You just can't find anybody. You can't find anybody to do high-end computing development. You just can't. You have to outsource and open a ticket abroad and hire somebody for $500 an hour to help you out with basic queries, right? So that's one. Another thing that we give very little importance to is there are no trips or visits or outdoor excursions to, again, I'm not saying for all schools, I'm saying for majority of them, not any of these students who graduated from ONA levels, they've ever been inside a data center. They've ever seen Tuparco. They've never even visited a high magnification telescope. They've never seen it. So ये तो मैं basic बातें कर रहा हूँ जिसमें कोई cost associated नहीं है, दुनिया में हर चीज जानता है. I've reached out to tons of schools. Not one of them has visited my data center to see like more than 300 servers on a cloud cluster. They're not interested. A lot of my friends have reached out to have them visit the offices to show them stuff like robotic arms, prosthetics. I don't know. I'll ask Asfar, how many schools have visited you guys to see that guy who makes prosthetic arms, legs, and has put like an Iron Man hand on a kid's decapitated arm? How many amputated arm? How many schools have visited to see it?
So schools बिल्कुल नहीं, आप सही कह रहे हैं, बल्कि वो हेल्थ केयर प्रोवाइडर्स भी उन्हें पूरा लिफ्ट नहीं करा रहे सर.
अब आप ये देख लें. So we have a startup in I've met those guys. They're brilliant. They have a startup in NIT. And the guy, सबने वीडियो देखी फेसबुक पे, वो आयरन मैन का एक हाथ बना के एक एम्पूटेड बच्चे को लगाया था उन्होंने. And it became very popular and the kid was happy. He had like an Iron Man arm and his arm was working. And I've seen that in real life. No school has even visited to show its kids that if your hand gets cut off, God forbid, in an accident, here's a Pakistani company that's going to give you a bloody Iron Man arm, yaar. or a Captain America arm, or any arm that you want or your parents can afford, right? So here's my point. So nobody knows this, right? There are no outdoor visits, there are no excursions, nobody visits my data center, nobody visits.
So just to add it, Imran, they were covered by Forbes before they were covered by Pakistani media.
Yes. Well, so has that dentist who got like about 10 million in funding for an AI-based dentist like equipment and surgical procedure, and then everybody else copy-pasted it off Wall Street Journal and everybody else, and it was very depressing. I'm like, a Pakistani girl gets covered by Western media, and then all you do is copy-paste the article. That's just depressing. So, but this is what I mean. The same thing in education, right? So there are no trips, there are no visits, there is no exposure. मैंने आपको अपनी मिसाल पिछले सेशन में दे दिया कि मैंने वॉलंटियर का मैं स्कूल में आके एक्सपोजर देता हूँ यार, मैं दिखाता हूँ चीजें. Nobody wants to see it, right? The textbook curriculum itself, many of the books and concepts are really dated, and they really will not hold the test of time by the time these kids graduate, right? And teachers love telling me, मुझे बहुत सारे टीचर्स ने इसके ऊपर शट अप कॉल दिए बोलने के लिए, वो तो कभी भी आप करिकुलम चेंज करेंगे तो वो तो जो भी करिकुलम होगा वो पुराना हो जाएगा. नहीं, दैट्स एब्सोल्यूट बुल. देखें, टूल्स पुराने होते हैं, करिकुलम पुराना नहीं होता. सही है? टूल्स और जो जिन चीजों की बात हुई थी वो फंडामेंटल्स पुराने नहीं होते, लेकिन आप जो कोडिंग और आप जो टेक्नोलॉजी टेक्स्ट बुक्स में आज पढ़ा रहे हैं, इवन इन लीडिंग इंजीनियरिंग इंस्टीट्यूट, वो इतने पुराने हैं कि वो तो बेसिक्स भी नहीं है आजकल के. दे हैव बिकम ऑब्सोलीट. सो अगर आज मैं कह रहा हूँ कि आप छठी जमात में क्लासेस डिसाइड करेंगे जब ये बच्चा ए लेवल में आएगा तो कोई और किताब पढ़ेंगे, डेफिनेटली इट वोंट बी ऑब्सोलीट. यार, इट्स अ स्टूपिड आर्गुमेंट टू ब्रिंग अप कि आप जब भी टेक्स्ट बुक चेंज करोगे तो अगले बैच के लिए वो जो है वो तो ऑब्सोलीट हो जाएगा. दैट रियली डजंट हैपन. द टेक्स्ट बुक्स आर सो ऑब्सोलीट. मैं नाम नहीं लेना चाह रहा, बट मैंने इंस्टीट्यूट की किताबें मंगाई थी अबाउट 2 months बैक, जानबूझ के फ्रॉम एक्स स्टूडेंट्स जो मेरे एम्प्लॉइज हैं. उसमें 2017-18 करिकुलम में ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी और ऐसी कोडिंग और ऐसी टूल्स का जिक्र था, उसमें आप एआई की डेफिनेशन पढ़ते तो आपको मौत वाक़ई हो जाती, जो उसमें एआई की डेफिनेशन थी. ठीक है, उसमें क्लाउड का जो डायग्राम बना हुआ था और क्लाउड को जो डिस्क्राइब किया हुआ था, मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकता कि वो किस तरह किया होगा. ठीक है, सो हम कब से बातें करते हुए आए, एजुकेशन राउंड टेबल्स गवर्नमेंट लेवल पे भी हुए, कोई करिकुलम चेंज नहीं होता. और मैं आपको अब मैं कंट्रोवर्शियल बात करने वाला था, आई एम कमिंग टू दैट कंट्रोवर्शियल पॉइंट, क्यों नहीं है. फिजिकल करिकुलम चेंज करना एक बहुत कॉस्टली एंडेवर है. ठीक है, क्योंकि मेजॉरिटी स्कूल्स को आपको करिकुलम प्रोवाइड करना होता है, और फिर मेजॉरिटी स्कूल्स अगर प्रोवाइड करते हैं तो फिर आपको उसको एनेबल भी करना होता है अपने स्कूलों में, कैंपसेस में, टीचर्स के पास, और फिर स्टूडेंट्स को भी, और फिर पेरेंट्स को भी. ठीक है, गवर्नमेंट सब्सिडी देना नहीं चाहती, बाहर से किताबें आती है, 1500-1500 रुपए की किताब होती है, पेरेंट्स जो है वो रिटेलिएट करते हैं, वो किताब करिकुलम से हट जाती है, वापस तो आने वाली किताब आ जाती है तो लोकली पब्लिश होती है. ठीक है, ये तो इतनी कंट्रोवर्शियल बात नहीं थी, लेकिन जानते हुए भी कि सारे ऑनलाइन रिसोर्सेज में फ्री करिकुलम रखा हुआ है, गुटेनबर्ग प्रोजेक्ट में भी सारा करिकुलम रखा हुआ है, वर्ल्ड बैंक में भी सारा करिकुलम रखा हुआ है, जो सारे स्कूल और कॉलेजेस को डाउनलोड करके अपने करिकुलम का हिस्सा बना सकते हैं. आज से क्यों नहीं सकते? इसकी रीजन ये है कि मेजॉरिटी जो यहाँ पर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं, a lot of their teachers have something called tenure, TENURA. If you don't know what that means, you Google it. It is an academic version of a permanent government की नौकरी, अब निकाल नहीं सकते. ठीक है, and here is what happens. So when you update the curriculum or you introduce a new curriculum, update तो चले छोड़ दें, update तो शायद हो जाए, but you introduce a new curriculum like STEM, like engineering, like space, exploration, or math, or whatever you can think of right now. The teacher needs to be either upgraded or a teacher needs to be added. When a teacher needs to be added, most of these kids, schools and colleges have limited funding. So what do they need to do? They need to replace outdated and old teachers who have not upgraded themselves and are not adding value to students, which is a perfectly acceptable thing to do. When these teachers are told to either upgrade themselves or leave or vacate the position of someone else, they take the assistance of government and the union. And in the end, these people are not able to be replaced. When these people are not able to be replaced, then the university or the institution realizes that the new curriculum cannot be introduced. Therefore, the old curriculum is reinstated, the same teachers are reinstated and kept back, and business as usual. People can hate me for this, people can throw eggs at my car, I don't really care. This is the absolute brutal truth of it. This is the truth of it around the world, even in the US, even in Europe, even in all developing countries. This is the cold bitter truth. Most new curriculum is not introduced in the academic circle because of tenure, because you cannot remove teachers when they don't upgrade themselves, or when they don't know a subject matter, or when you need to repurpose your funds to remove teachers from outdated curriculum onto new one and you need to hire new people, you simply can't. Which is why the old curriculum makes its way back into the syllabus, and which is why we're still reading computer textbooks from 1979. Okay. So so COBOL Pascal was around at that time. So feel free to correct me if it was invented in 2000. So textbook curriculum itself, which brings me to the key point here, which Numan also mentioned, which is why e-curriculum is the only way where you can reduce friction and kind of sneak in the curriculum into educational institutes and universities, because that at least fixes one part of your problem, which is the development of the curriculum and enablement of the textbook and the curriculum into the hands of teachers and students. You've removed at least one part of which was causing friction, right? And I've already said, you can talk to your board of education and you realize physical textbook badalna kitna bada haathi wala kaam hai. So the goal is small steps, friction reduce kare. If you digitize and storyboard and create digital textbooks or curriculum out of, देखिए पूरे टेक्स्ट बुक की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आप लोग सबको कॉलेज के दिन याद है 1500 पेजेस की टेक्स्ट बुक थी, सिर्फ 4 चैप्टर पढ़ने होते थे यार कोर्स में. उसके लिए मैं क्यों 15 पेज को डिजिटाइज करूं जब मुझे पता है मैंने 4 चैप्टर मतलब के पढ़ाने हैं. Can't I storyboard and digitize? Can I get it done? There are amazing people doing amazing work locally, yaar. Local people like Sharp, like Digits, like people like Abbas Ali from Optera. They're doing digitization of content for even a law enforcement agencies. Yeah? Look up the company Optera Digits and Abbas Salim. He's doing it even for the law enforcement agencies for their training and development. Why can't we digitize the curriculum that we specifically need and get it out into the hands of people to use it? फिर platform आपकी मर्जी का है, चाहे वो मिनिस्ट्री का platform हो, चाहे YouTube हो, यार वो तो बात की बात है. So textbook curriculum needs to be updated. I teach my kids about technology myself because I'm fortunate enough to know it, but not every one of you is, right? I've already talked about top engineering institutes. When we interview them, we see a massive gap. लोग हमेशा बोलते हैं तो academia company क्या कहते हैं उसे आप लोग academia के साथ ये engagement doesn't work. Done it hundreds of times because at the end they know most of the time they're powerless to make changes. So every time we get a CV from the placement centers from all these institutes, to engineering to science and technology, we are always humble enough to go back to them with the list of people that we refused and accepted, and then we always give them like a one-pager to see कि यार हमें ये gaps नजर आए. So you can use this as like pointers कि आपके जो आने वाले batches आ रहे हैं, maybe if you can keep them up to speed on the gaps that we identified. I really haven't seen them. I mean, if they're doing it, that's fantastic, but there's no feedback loop, so I'm not supposed to know also, but I hope they're doing it. But we give them feedback, right? But I don't see much changes in curriculum. There's a accessibility to books and ebooks. So there's this place called LibGen, Library Genesis, and there's this place called the Gutenberg Project. And there's also the Library of Congress, by the way, in America. So the Gutenberg Project digitizes and turns into ebooks and movies all major fiction and non-fiction books from our history in order to expand the learning of people all across the world. I haven't seen many people give books that are free of cost from there to the students and the teachers to learn themselves on. Why? I don't know. That's criminal because it's free and there are some of the best books in the world over there, both textbooks and fiction. We should start telling our kids and our teachers and our schools to start subscribing people to those portals and tell them to update them and educate them. We don't do it. We should. It's all there. I believe in the same way जैसा हम fiction books recommend करते हैं, teachers को और schools को फिल्में भी recommend करनी चाहिए, where people's interest get piqued. Shows on technology. I don't know how many people have seen Bill Nye Saves the World. The guy is amazing. So this guy, I didn't have to raise his hand. So there are like about 4 shows on Netflix on Bill Nye right now. There's tons of torrents out there. There's tons of free, because it was a PBS sponsored show, so there's a lot of free content on YouTube as well. That guy is brilliant. You know, I think you should get all your kids to watch that as soon as possible. Kids today, adults to watch it. The guy teaches some really advanced level stuff. This is all free content. None of my kids get recommended this content. I don't know why. None of my cousins' kids, none of my brother's kids, none of my neighbors' kids recommended this content. Why? जब तक आप देखेंगे नहीं, आप चले मैं अजीब सी बात करता हूँ. उर्तुगल देखने के बाद आधे पाकिस्तान को इस्लामिक हिस्ट्री से मोहब्बत हो गई है. ठीक है? Everybody is now talking about the values of honesty and decency and chivalry and standing up for what's right and standing up for what's morally sound. Inspire होते हैं ना, and सही है, होना चाहिए. Everybody gets, I got inspired when I watched that show. Everybody gets inspired. It's the same philosophy. You look at tech, you look at space exploration, you look at computers, you look at AI, you look at these shows, you look at Bill Nye teaching you how to do basic baking soda experiments at home. It inspires you. It wants you to be somebody. Which is why it's very, very important that we get our kids to watch this curriculum. Not, again, I'm sorry, मैं गलती से बार-बार kids कह देता हूँ because I have young kids, but this is relevant to even young adults in their early 20s. It's very important. मैंने AI प्रोग्रामिंग के ऊपर किताब 36 के ऊपर में पढ़ी. It's okay, मुझे कोई शर्म नहीं आती, मैंने नहीं पढ़ी पहले भाई. Never got around to it. It's fine. I read it later on in life, and now I have a newfound appreciation for it. आप सब ने SpaceX का लॉन्च पढ़ा होगा, देखा होगा. And SpaceX का जो रॉकेट, आपको पता है सबसे बड़ी खासियत ये है कि it's the only AI-enabled rocket that doesn't burn up into space and actually returns back to the launch pad, thereby reducing taxpayer money by billions of dollars every year to the use of the rocket. जब मैंने वो AI की किताब पढ़ी थी ना 3 साल पहले, उसके बाद मुझे सुकून नहीं आया. I went and understood the science behind how that rocket is able to stand back on its own feet after going back, and then I understood the algorithms, and it was all very layman. I didn't understand the coding behind it. I understood the layman version of it. What is the logic? And it just inspires you, right? And I told my kids about it and explained it to everybody. It just inspires you to be and do that thing, right? And I think that's what we're missing. We're missing that inspiration. We're missing the ability to give that inspiration to others, right? So yeah, so bring technology in your homes, bring technology in your schools. Like I said, stop flouting and taunting computer labs as a big deal. It's really not. It's depressing that you still show it on your prospectus and go. Think of learning online as an entire framework, not just as Zoom and Moodle. But when you go online, there are amazing companies. There's companies like the Learning Hut. There's companies like the Knowledge Platform out of Islamabad. They're doing amazing work in creating e-learning platforms. Engage them. नुमान ने कंपनीज की बात की, मैं आपको बताऊं, हमारी कंपनी में हमने कुछ बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन सिक्योरिटी की ट्रेनिंग और बेसिक कुछ चीजें जो थी ना, वो हमने उस पे कर दी हैं, इंटरनल LMS पे कर दी है, बिकॉज लोग PDF डॉक्यूमेंट और ईमेल पढ़ के ना अपनी कभी भी सर्टिफिकेशन क्लियर करते नहीं थे. दे वुड फेल लाइक 3 अटेम्प्ट के बाद फेल होता था. So we took the same curriculum and we got like a interactive web-based LMS का module developed for it, for internal training, जिसमें वो InfoSec की जो training होती है, जो हमारी काफी certifications है. We have the highest number of certifications, like about 7 certifications for information security in the country. So उसकी हर साल every employee has to pass the test in order to get recertified. So we realized कि साल में 7 दफा करना होता है. So we had like a very attractive, interactive, multimedia-based learning portal. उसके अंदर quiz हुए, curriculum हुआ, videos हुई, चीजें हुई, and now everybody clears it. 90% of people clear it on their first attempt, right? So how you deliver and what you deliver on an online content really matters. And when you go online, you suddenly have this ability that you didn't have on textbook. You didn't have the ability to look at videos. Now you do. You didn't have the ability to look at animations. Now you do. You don't have the ability to look at pictures in a better way. Now you do, right? पिक्चर डालने की जरूरत भी नहीं. आप कोर्सेरा में कोर्स करें, वो मटेरियल एक्सेस डालता नहीं है, हाइपरलिंक दे देता है. आप हाइपरलिंक पे क्लिक करें, टीच यू to another website. That's perfectly legit. So when you look at it from top down, then it's not just about implementing Moodle and Zoom. Then you start thinking कि यार अब मेरे पास एक प्लेटफॉर्म आ गया है, अब तो मैं इसको बहुत अच्छे तरीकों से यूज कर सकता हूँ, अब तो मैं मल्टीलिंगुअल हो सकता हूँ. आप किताब में मल्टीलिंगुअल करने जाए, आपकी ब्लास्ट हो जाएगी यार. आप हजार पेजेस की किताबें पूरी करिकुलम की उर्दू, पश्तो, सिंधी, सराइकी में ट्रांसलेट करने जाए, पंजाबी में आपसे पूछता हूँ कैसे होता है. But you do it on a Unicode, on an LMS, using tools that Google and everybody has made available. And then you see how quickly you can roll out multimodal, multi-language tools all across the country. This is what I mean by top down. You just can't say LMS लगा दें. अखबार में देखे आए थे ना, आजकल टेंडर आया हुआ कोरोना के चक्कर में, गवर्नमेंट सबके हर अखबार में कोई ना कोई टेंडर आया हुआ है, LMS के लिए बिड देते हैं. और भाई करिकुलम कहाँ है? LMS पे क्या करेंगे? स्कैन कर करके डालोगे अपने टेक्स्ट बुक को? You can't do that, right? So we need to look at it from a top down, and I hope this is heard by somebody in the ministry and somebody in digital Pakistan. There need to be enablement. There need to be subsidies for schools, colleges, and universities who want to go on the cloud, who don't have data centers, who want to go on the cloud. अब मैं वो एक डिबेट में नहीं पढ़ूंगा कि हर बंदा Amazon, Google की तरफ भाग जाता है फ्री क्रेडिट की तरफ. कर लें बेशक यार, लेकिन उसके लिए भी फैसिलिटेट कर दें, कोई क्रेडिट दे दें, कोई एक्सपोर्ट सब्सिडी दे दें, कोई रिबेट दे दें स्टेट बैंक की तरफ से, वो दे दें. लोकल क्लाउड के लिए उनको सब्सिडाइज करें, पीटीसीएल के लिए, हमारे लिए, बाकी लोग के लिए, भाई क्या सब्सिडाइज करें, ब्रॉडबैंड कनेक्शन पे सब्सिडाइज करें यार स्टूडेंट्स को. माई सन नॉट दैट ही हैज एन आईडी कार्ड, बट my son should be able to walk into a Telenor, Zong, Jazz, Bharat, Ufone franchise with his school card and take a 3G, 4G dongle at 300 rupees mahina because it is bloody being subsidized in taxes by the PTA to these 4 telcos. So yeah, and he should have unlimited data on it, and he should be able to do as much YouTube streaming on it when he wants to look at Khan Academy or whatever on it. This needs to be looked at. Enablement. अब किसी ने कल खबर लगाई सिंध गवर्नमेंट ने माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के साथ जो वो पार्टनरशिप किया, आई हैव सीन दैट प्लेटफॉर्म, इट्स फैंटास्टिक. लेकिन गांव देहातों में कितने लोग के पास ब्रॉडबैंड है भाई, और अगर ब्रॉडबैंड है तो क्यों बेचारे वो जो इलाके के जिनके इलाके में वो जो यूनियन काउंसिल के लोग हैं वो अपनी जेब से 1500 रुपए फॉर एवरी 20 GB के हिसाब से डोंगल क्यों ले रहे हैं? उनको क्यों नहीं सब्सिडी पे प्रोवाइड किया हुआ? उनको भी चले. अगर आप ये भी समझ लें कि एक गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में एक डोंगल रखा हुआ है, क्योंकि 40 बच्चे कनेक्ट तो कर सकते हैं ना उससे, उनको भी रिबेट में नहीं मिलता. उनको क्यों नहीं मिलता भाई रिबेट से? एजुकेशन इज कॉस्ट. Cost is an enabler or a disenabler. People need to understand that. So I hope people need to understand this top-down curriculum, enablement, cost structure, awareness, and the importance of science conversations in our homes. YouTube पे जाइएगा 1970s और 80s की आपको पीटीवी के ड्रामे मिलेंगे, पीटीवी के शोज मिलेंगे जहाँ क्वांटम थ्योरी की बातें हो रही हैं. आई स्वेयर टू यू, मैं एग्जैजरेट नहीं कर रहा, आप जाके देखें, क्वांटम थ्योरी और वेव्स की बात हो रही होगी. मैं आपसे एग्जैजरेट नहीं कर रहा, मैंने सेंटेंस मारने से पहले कल पूरा गूगल किया है. यूट्यूब पे मिलेंगे, आपको मिलेंगे पीटीवी के ड्रामे. दैट इज हु वी वर एज अ सोसाइटी. We need to get back into that zone where we look at it and we say, yeah, the conversation around science should be discussed in the homes. The conversation about technology, you know, मुझे याद है बचपन में मैं वीसीआर का हेड साफ करने के लिए 10-12 साल की उम्र में वीसीआर खोल के वो नहीं, परफ्यूम लगा के कागज रखते थे ताकि हेड साफ हो जाए. आप में से किसी को नहीं पता, आप सब हिला रहे हैं, आप सब मुझसे छोटे हैं, किसी को भी नहीं पता, किसी ने ऐसा नहीं किया. आप लोग वीसीडी के जमाने के हैं सारे. तो अच्छा, निहार ने किया, नहीं किया निहार ने? अच्छा. So you would put like perfume on a सफेद कपड़ा and put it on the head ताकि कचरा उस पे, मैग्नेटिक फिल्म का कचरा जमा होता साफ होता था. वो जमाना चले गया. How many kids open DVD players and VCD players today at the age of 10 or below and figure out कि चीज क्यों नहीं चल रही है? Kids my age used to do it. मैं कोई खास आदमी नहीं था उस जमाने में, सब करते थे क्योंकि अब्बा अम्मा घर में बोलते थे खोल लो उसको डब्बे लेके देखो. Then I would see, अच्छा यार हेड पे मैग्नेटिक फिल्म लगता है. फिर जब उम्र हो गई, किताबें आई तो पता चला अच्छा मैग्नेटिक फिल्म में इस तरह गाने स्टोर होते हैं, इस तरह फिल्म स्टोर होती है. बिकॉज बचपन में तो सिर्फ काले रंग का टेप नजर आता था. दैट्स हाउ यू गिवन. कौन करता है आज? आपके बच्चे करते? कोई भी नहीं करता. अब कोई अलाउ ही नहीं करता. बच्चों को बोल के देखें, आपसे पूछें कि मैं एक्सबॉक्स खोल दूं स्क्रू ड्राइवर से, आप 2 थप्पड़ लगाएंगे. बिकॉज वी जस्ट नॉट क्यूरियस एनीमोर. वी जस्ट ओके विद गिविंग इट टू समबडी टू फिक्स एंड सॉल्व आवर प्रॉब्लम्स. वी जस्ट नॉट क्यूरियस एनीमोर. जरूरत ही नहीं है. और जरूरत जो क्योंकि इजाद की माँ होती है तो इजाद की माँ है, बस वो जरूरत ही नहीं है किसी को. सो यस, दैट्स the end of my very long rant. I'm sorry, this is the first time I've ranted uninterrupted for like an hour and a half, but I bring myself to an end, and I'm willing to hear any criticism or advice I can hear from any of you. So I'll shut up now. Does anybody want to chime in?
Can you look into the chat box? There are many questions.
Oh, sure. I'll just open it. So one is not a question. One is a comment which I'll talk on. That HEC ordered all university to implement LMS at their own without any fund. Plus, university asked all faculty members, students without any quality of internet. Students and teachers are taking classes from phone data package. ये मैंने आपको बताया. मैं physically बता रहा हूँ. Students और teacher ने खुद बताया मुझे. And kind of the gentleman is written के 1974 date of birth, so he knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, so this is what I meant, that when you don't have a top-down view on things, आपने डायरेक्टिव निकाल दिया. डायरेक्टिव निकालने में पैसे उड़ जाते हैं. आपने कह दिया LMS कर लो. भाई कैसे कर लो? कौन करेगा? कौन हेल्प करेगा? कोई यूनिफॉर्म बॉडी है जो यूनिवर्सिटीज और कॉलेजेस से बात करेगी? हर यूनिवर्सिटी IBA नहीं होती, हर यूनिवर्सिटी लम्स नहीं होता. भाई बहुत लोगों को जरूरत पड़ती है असिस्टेंस की. नॉट टू से दैट दे आर फेयरिंग एनी बेटर, बट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग लोगों को हैंड होल्डिंग की जरूरत पड़ती है. कोई कोई यूनिफॉर्म बॉडी नहीं है जो हेल्प कर दे, या कोई पीडीएफ डॉक्यूमेंट ही पास कर दे कि यार ये 10 लोग हैं, इनसे आप बात कर लें, ये आपके लिए कर देंगे, ये 10 इंटरनेशनल फ्री एलएमएसएस हैं, इधर चले जाएं, ये कर लेंगे. Nobody gives that kind of advice, right? लिंक्स किसी ने कहा है, लिंक्स मैं बिल्कुल शेयर करूंगा. I'll have my counterpart share the link with the team, and even here on the chat board, if you can copy the World Bank link over there. Okay, so one of the people have written that schools not interested to introduce space science except few STEM training centers. How to change the mindset? देखिए, like I said, there's two ways to change the mindset. You either go top down, which is I think हमारे मुल्क का अलमिया यही है, हमने जो देख भी लिया है कोरोना के दौरान भी, we work on a top down mentality where directives are given, clear directives are given, structure is given, and we are told to implement, right? And to be fair, Western economies में भी ऐसे ही हुआ है जहाँ इस किस्म की necessary चीजें जब private schools ने भी implement नहीं की, तो उनकी private school की जो annual license renewal होती है, उसको उनके बोर्ड ऑफ एजुकेशन ने थ्रेटन किया कि हम रिन्यूअल नहीं देंगे आपको, हम आपको रिन्यूअल नहीं देंगे, 2-3 साल का आपको टाइम दे रहे हैं टू इम्प्लीमेंट, आपने नहीं किया तो हम आपका लाइसेंस रिवोक कर देंगे. एक तो ये तरीका है विच इज अ कंप्लीटली लेजिटिमेट वे टू डू इट, बिकॉज मैं बार बार कह रहा हूँ, वी लिव इन अ कैपिटलिस्टिक इकोनॉमी एंड अनलेस देयर इज मनी इन्वॉल्व, लोग खुद से इनिशिएटिव नहीं लेते. सो समटाइम्स इट हैज टू बी टॉप डाउन, राइट? सो दैट्स वन. द अदर वे मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, सुनने में शायद आपको थोड़ा लंबा लगे, लेकिन मैं आपको ऑनेस्टली बता रहा हूँ, द अदर वे जो मैंने आपको कहा ना, इज टू स्टार्ट हैविंग द कॉन्वर्सेशन अराउंड स्टेम इन द हाउस होल्ड. मैं जरा खामोश पेरेंट्स में से हूँ, मैं स्टूडेंट टीचर मीटिंग, पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग में ज्यादा बोलता नहीं हूँ, बट मैं जब वहाँ बैठा होता हूँ वेटिंग में ना, तो मैं देखता हूँ कि कोऑर्डिनेटर से ना पेरेंट्स बकायदा सजेशन दे रहे होते हैं अबाउट इंट्रोड्यूसिंग न्यू कोर्सेज इन देयर क्लासेस ऑन cooking, on home economics, on stitching, on pottery and woodwork. लोग suggestions देते हैं when they have an interest in something. वो स्कूल मीटिंग में बोलते हैं कि आप ये क्यों नहीं करते, आप ये क्यों नहीं करते, और इसका फायदा होता है. मेरे बच्चे का इस साल वुडवर्क की क्लास थी और लास्ट ईयर पॉटरी की क्लास भी थी और पेंटिंग की क्लासेस भी शुरू हो गई हैं. ठीक है, किसी ने आज बहुत अच्छा पहले रिक्वेस्ट की होगी तो रोबोटिक्स और ये चीजें उस जमाने में स्टार्ट नहीं होंगी. When you start having interest in the house, you will have people forcing schools to develop these curriculums. And देखिए, it's all about money. When the school realizes कि यार हर साल पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग में कोई 100 बंदा आके STEM एजुकेशन के लिए रिक्वेस्ट करता है, तो fair enough, we'll start STEM education and we'll start charging for those extra classes. That's always how it starts. So either you can do top down, which is a lot faster, right? In most cases, you get people like Little Pakistan, Education Board, Prime Minister on board, and the President. And at the same time, घरों में कॉन्वर्सेशन स्टार्ट करें. स्कूल में टीचर से पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग साल में 3 दफा 4 दफा होती है, हर बार रिक्वेस्ट करें. When the school feels that there are enough people interested, they will get it rolled out. किसी ने पूछा, do all online stuff replace hard skills? What about that? No, not at all. Online is just a means of imparting knowledge and education. A lot of it is manual work at the end of the day. So चले, कोडिंग तो एक ऐसी चीज है जो मोस्टली ऑनलाइन सॉर्ट ऑफ ऑनलाइन तरीके में हो जाती है कंप्यूटर के ऊपर. बट स्पीकिंग फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस, a lot of things on robotics and AI are very physically intensive. There's a lot of work regarding circuitry, IoT devices, circuit boards, cameras, and so many things that are very physically intensive. It requires you to have a lot of physical knowledge and how to do a lot of work. अगर आपने किसी IoT का लैब देखा हो, आप कभी UX से यहाँ जाएं, और अदर IoT कंपनीज लाइक लिंकथिंग्स वगैरह, आप इनके लैब्स देखें, प्रोग्रामिंग के साथ साथ 70% काम बड़ा heavily intensive manual भी है on those devices, right? So yeah, it's not a replacement for anything. But when we say online, we mean online creates a level playing field, or attempts to create a level playing field for imparting that education to people. Somebody said we have e-books for physical books. Why can't we have e-universities? Fantastic question. So जो मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ ना, पिछले 3 महीने से मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि मैं अपना एक पर्सनल कॉर्स बनाऊँ. ये मेरा exact कॉर्स है. I am going to start becoming a pain in a lot of people's backside on about becoming virtual universities, right? Because so I don't know how many people have forward. So Harvard was one of the first universities. Actually, no, it was not Harvard. Sorry. Cornell tha, and one other, one of the first universities to start fully accredited online curriculums online, like virtual university, right? और हार्वर्ड का भी कोर्स है called Harvard X. It is not the same as Harvard courses on Coursera on Udemy. It's not the same. Harvard X is a proper registered online e-university curriculum degree where you have to give the same GMAT, the same SAT, the same interview, the same scores. The criteria for evaluation and acceptance is the same. But the only difference is the entire curriculum is online, right? But then that's Harvard. They have that much money. But that doesn't mean we can't start having hundreds of those across the country itself. I am dying to see one startup come in any of these NIC cohorts that wants to do a complete HEC recognized, accredited, internationally recognized degree program or a primary or secondary program online, completely online. And with today's tools, it is incredibly easier, to do, right? Imagine your kid. Okay, so for example, my kids have been home for the last 3 months, right? So I've been home, my wife has been home. The simple fact that my kid is able to see his mother and his grandparents in front of his eyes walking around while he's studying has completely changed his personality. He feels a lot more connected to his home. He feels a lot more, he talks about school a lot more. He, whatever. Social elements aside, right? कि दोस्तों यारों सारी चीजें. But ये तो हमारे बच्चे हैं ना जो शहरों में रहते हैं. But imagine a very large diaspora of people for whom the social element is very secondary, for whom the education is primary. Imagine serving the needs of those people all across the country using a completely singular online university platform. ये मैं और आप भी आज कर सकते हैं. टीचर्स को वही तनख्वाहें देनी है, टीचर्स उसी तरीके से आपने क्वालिफाई करनी है, करिकुलम उसी तरीके से बनना है. आप इमेजिन करें आपका करिकुलम कितना एजाइल होगा. आप लिटरली हर साल करिकुलम बदल सकते हैं अगर कोई डायनामिक चेंज आ गया. ठीक है, आपके लिए एग्जाम्स लेना कितना आसान है, आपके लिए चीजें कितनी ट्रांसपेरेंट हो जाती है, कितनी चीजें हो जाती हैं. आप फीस स्ट्रक्चर कितना अफोर्डेबल चार्ज कर सकते हो बिकॉज देयर इज नो ब्रिक एंड मॉर्टर प्रेजेंस. आप एनरोलमेंट कितनी ज्यादा ले सकते हो. यू कैन सो मच मोर यू कैन डू. हाउ मेनी हंड्रेड्स मोर टीचर्स will you as a single online school be able to hire? A lot more than a physical school. Because अगर आपके पास ऑनलाइन एनरोलमेंट लाख बंदे की आ जाती है तो 400 टीचर तो आप वैसे ही हायर कर लोगे. आप स्कूल में कर सकते हैं 400 टीचर एक कैंपस में हायर कभी भी नहीं कर सकते. So we can definitely have it. That is my new passion project right now. I'm going to talk to a lot of people. Obviously, I'm thinking of starting small with those people. Specialty education online, right? Because curriculum के लिए you need a larger ecosystem. And मैं बेवकूफी की बात नहीं करूंगा. मैं एक एकेडमियन नहीं हूँ. आई डू नॉट नो द फर्स्ट थिंग ऑफ डेवलपमेंट करिकुलम. आई डू नॉट नो द फर्स्ट थिंग ऑफ एंगेजिंग स्टूडेंट्स. ये एकेडमिक्स और प्रोफेशनल का काम है जिनको इस पूरी मेथोडोलॉजी का अंदाजा है. बट मुझे मेरी सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्टीज का पता है. मैं उसके लिए ऑनलाइन कर सकता हूँ. मेरे तरह 5 और सब्जेक्ट मैटर के लोग के एक्सपर्ट्स हैं. मैं उनको एंगेज कर सकता हूँ. व्हाई नॉट? कहीं से तो स्टार्ट ले सकते हैं ना. बात लोग अकाउंटिंग की क्लासेस तो दे सकते हैं. लोग अकाउंटिंग की डिग्री आईकैप टाइप की डिग्री तो दे सकते हैं ना. लोग मैथमेटिक्स की माइनर डिग्री तो डिप्लोमा तो कर सकते हैं. वो चीजें भी नहीं है आज. तो हम पहले उस पर तो फोकस करें. सो डेफिनेटली हो सकता है. मैं कंप्लीट प्रोपोनेंट ऑफ दैट. लिंक पोस्ट हो गया है वर्ल्ड बैंक का. वो आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. उसमें दोनों डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं, कोविड के दौरान भी और वर्ल्ड बैंक एजुकेशन ग्लोबल बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस गाइडेंस भी दे दी गई है. So I think we'll have to cap off now. I'm getting a message, but किसी ने लिखा है okay, good point, excellent point. So no one has a plan for special kids and special education, and someone is working on it on LMS, and the tech education has been started for special kids, but this is not a widespread thing, right? So I would request that people read the chat and get in touch with the person who's posted it, because they've requested that people should reach out and support them, and I think we all definitely should. देखिए, again, this is a societal issue. People, whether they're children or adults who are differently abled, we do not have a very favorable view of them in terms of their learning capacity. Mental disability and physical disabilities का हमारे society में वैसे ही marginalized attitude है, and then that makes its way to everything, to the entire ecosystem. So we need to understand that a lot of these people who are differently able can go on throughout their lives leading very normal lives and being very massive contributors to a lot of walks of life. Definitely from the top down, we need to have this approach of enabling them. हमारी enablement अगर आप देखना चाहें तो ऐसे लोगों के लिए unfortunately mostly through special care homes या orphanages के सेंस में होती है. हमारा बजट वहां जाता है, कौमी बजट. हम इनके लिए welfare homes और care homes बनाते हैं because we've already decided when they are born that they cannot help themselves and इनको अपाहिज या disabled लोगों की तरह treat करना पड़ेगा mentally या physically. So that speaks of a national mindset. When you start realizing that they can be khud kafil and they can live a respectable life for themselves, then you begin to realize that money needs to be spent on them for their primary, their secondary education, their vocational training. अब एजुकेशन छोड़ दें यार, हम लोग स्पेशल लोगों पे वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग पे भी पैसे नहीं खर्च करते. वोकेशनल तो मोटर स्किल्स की ट्रेनिंग है यार, अब वो भी नहीं खर्च करते. कितनी मैकेनिक की दुकानों पे आपने देख लिया कि किसी ने मैकेनिक का काम भी किसी स्पेशल बंदे ने किया हो, जबकि वो इजीली कर सकता है. इतनी तो हम ट्रेन करते नहीं. आप हाई लेवल की तो बात दूर करें, अगर सोसाइटी हम कंसिडर करते हैं. सो आई एम सॉरी, मे बी दिस पर्सन एक्सपेक्टिंग अ वाइडर आंसर फ्रॉम मी. आई एम जनरली कंफ्यूज माई सेल्फ बिकॉज मैं भी सोसाइटी में पला बड़ा हूँ. सिंस बर्थ वी नेवर एक्चुअली बीन टॉट or trained on how to treat these people as equal. But as I grow older and as I have my own kids, and I'll be very candid here, one of my kids during the earlier education years of his life, I did have a feeling that he was mentally or learning challenged, and we did have him tested as well. So now that I've become a parent and I look at the possibility of having kids of my own who are disabled either physically or mentally, or differently abled, I realize the value, and I'm humble enough to say that we as a nation need to do more for the differently abled. And I'm proud to be part of an organization that heads and leads and set up the Special Olympics chapter in Pakistan as well. So at least on the extracurricular front, we're doing quite a bit. But unfortunately, on the educational front, especially on the higher education front, there's still a lot that we need to do. So I would request people to reach out and help people who are helping. Chat पे बहुत लोगों ने लिखा हुआ है. Some people have made apps, some people have portals, some people are looking for assistance. Otherwise, I would really suggest कि लोग reach out करें और help करें. और अगर मैं कोई help कर सकता हूँ in any way in terms of engineering or awareness, please do let me know. I think that should bring our session to an end. Asfar, Sana, any comment?
Cool. Yeah, 3 बज गए हैं, so I think someone was raising hand. अगर हम उनका एक लास्ट सवाल ले लें फिर
जी, सादिक मर्चेंट या सादिक.
मैंने एक लिंक अपने आपके चैट बॉक्स में शेयर किया है. एडलैब हमारे कराची का एक इदारा है. इट इज डूइंग अ वंडरफुल जॉब. तो उसको एक्सप्लोर कर लें स्कूल टीचिंग के लिहाज से. और अगर हम इंतजार करते रहेंगे कि करिकुलम चेंज होना चाहिए वगैरह वगैरह, लेकिन इस वक्त सिनेरियो ये है कि गवर्नमेंट कब करेगी हमें नहीं पता. तो जो इस वक्त मौजूद है उसको लेके चलने के लिए एडलैब वालों ने बड़ा अच्छा इनिशिएटिव लिया है. तो मेरे ख्याल में उसको भी एक्सप्लोर कर ले. लिंक मौजूद है.
थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग इट. मैंने अपना ईमेल आईडी भी ऑफिशियल जो है चैट पे शेयर कर दिया है. If anybody has any questions, any further assistance needed, or wants to get introduced to somebody in the tech circle, please feel free to reach out. NIC always has my details anyway, so if there's anything that अगर आपने अभी नहीं नोट किया और बाद में कोई सवाल पूछना है, please feel free to reach out. And अभी तो मैं ऑफिस नहीं बुला सकता आप लोग को, but everybody knows in the tech circles my office is always open. I have tons of startups and people that come by and and participate in different ways. So when that starts, inshallah, all of you are welcome at the office premises as well. तो मुझे आप जी
इमरान के ऑफिस में एलेक्सा है.
हाँ, मेरे ऑफिस में किसी बाकी में डिस्टर्बिंग लेवल तक हर कोने कोने में एलेक्सा है. तो वो एक है. बट तो अगर आप लोग की इजाजत हो तो आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक यू ऑल फॉर लेटिंग मी स्पीक for such a long time and for giving this platform, and I hope to see you all again. And अगर आपकी इजाजत हो तो I would like to sign off now.
जाते जाते एक सवाल का जवाब दे दें.
जी.
रिसेंटली मुझे एक बड़ा मिसहैप हुआ. मैंने लिखा भी है कि एक स्टार्टअप कंपनी 4000 में ग्रेजुएट को हायर कर रही है. तो ऐसे स्टार्टअप कंपनी के लिए क्या करें?
अच्छा, स्टार्टअप कंपनी में ना 2 किस्म की क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी है. मैं से क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी करता हूँ, ठीक है. अच्छा, सो आई आल्सो डू प्राइवेट इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ माय कंपनी. वी हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन अबाउट 4 or 5 कंपनीज, राइट. सो हमारे पास ये लोगों की एक्सेल शीटें आती रहती हैं ऑफ द कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर. सो देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ कंपनीज. एक कंपनी होती है जो आपसे इन्वेस्टमेंट मांगती है और स्टार्टअप होती है और अपनी तनख्वाह 10-10 लाख रुपए रखी हुई होती है उन्होंने फाउंडर की, ठीक है, और अपनी एम्प्लॉयज की तनख्वाह भी 3-3 लाख रुपए रखी हुई होती है, ठीक है. और वो अलग बात है बाद में वो पैसे उतने दे ना दें, लेकिन इतना इन्फ्लेट किया हुआ होता है, ठीक है ना, जिसको देखे हंस के बोलते हैं ठीक है जी हमने इन्वेस्ट कर लिया आप जाएं, ठीक है. देन देयर आर अदर काइंड ऑफ कंपनीज जो हमें इंप्रेस करने के लिए जब एक्सेल शीट भेजती हैं तो अपनी तनख्वाह तो रखी होती है, बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट मैनेजर रखा हुआ होगा 20,000 रुपए, ऑरेकल का डेवलपर रखा हुआ होगा 35,000 रुपए. हम बोलते हैं सब साइड पे छोड़ो, ये बंदे काम मिल रहे हैं, हमें तो 50-60 लाके दे दो, हमें अपनी कंपनी के लिए चाहिए, ठीक है. तो स्टार्टअप्स आर क्रिमिनल ऑफ बोथ काइंड्स ऑफ नेग्लिजेंस. दिस जब वो ज्यादा अपनी जेब भरने के लिए फंडिंग करते हैं, दूसरा जब अपने बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट प्लान्स में, अपनी एम्प्लॉय प्लान्स में अपने स्टार्टअप की एम्प्लॉयज को शदीद कम पैसे देते हैं. और ये मैंने देखा है, मैंने देखा 4,000 तो नहीं देखा, बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, मैंने लेकिन बहुत सीनियर लोगों को उनकी तनख्वाह का मद में 25-25, 20-20 हजार रुपए का हेड काउंट भी देखा है मैंने. और दैट इज जस्ट रॉन्ग बिकॉज दैट्स रॉन्ग इकोनॉमिक्स जनरली, बिकॉज जब आप एक स्टार्टअप के लिए फंडिंग लेते हैं,
एनआईसी कराची को करें, एनआईसी कराची को रिप्रेजेंट करें, तो जरा आप एक मेक श्योर करें कि एनआईसी कराची में ऐसे स्टार्टअप्स ना हों जो कि 4,000 की जॉब्स दें. ये बड़ा इंसल्टिंग एंड है कि हम एज अ टीचर, मैं एक प्रोफेसर हूँ एक यूनिवर्सिटी का, आपको लिखा भी है, मुझे इस तरह की लड़कियों को, फिर मुझे लड़कियों को जवाब देना पड़ता है कि भाई आप इस तरह की जॉब ना करें, ठीक है. तो वो उनको बड़ा मिसयूज किया जा रहा है. तो अगेन के फीमेल कम्युनिटी वैसे ही कम है सॉफ्टवेयर हाउस में, और उसको अगर आप मिसट्रीट करेंगे और बर्डनाइज करेंगे तो वो एक गलत चीज है. उसको हमें सबको मेक श्योर करना चाहिए, एनआईसी प्लेटफॉर्म को भी यूज करना चाहिए कि आप कम से कम एक सेल्फ असेसमेंट करें कि ऐसी चीज आपके प्लेटफॉर्म से ना होती है.
नहीं, आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट. आई थिंक देखिए लड़कों को भी और लड़कियों को भी सीखना चाहिए. सो अ लॉट ऑफ गर्ल्स एंड बॉयज आई टोल्ड देम टू रिफ्यूज. मैं किस तरह रिफ्यूज करने को बोला है, मैं देखा तो मैं 4-5 हजार रुपए क्यों दे रहे हैं. अच्छा, ये सबसे ज्यादा क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी होती है सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग के ऊपर ना, जहाँ आप किसी को बोलते हो 4,000 रुपए ले लो, मेरा पेज मैनेज कर दो, फलाना कर दो. तो मैंने हमेशा लोग आगे से बोला कि यार अगर तुम्हें काम आता है तो तुम 5-6 हजार में उसकी नौकरी, मतलब मैंने अभी कहा मेरे साथ 5-6 हजार का नहीं हुआ, बट मैं कहता हूँ कि यार 15-20 हजार में उसकी नौकरी करना चाहते हो, उसको बोला आप मुझे 15-20 हजार रुपए दो, मैं एज ए फ्रीलांसर आपके लिए काम करूंगा या करूंगी. फिर आप इसी तरह 5-4 लोगों से भी काम पकड़ लो और आप लाख-1.5 लाख रुपए कमा लो. तो वी ऑल्सो हैव अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू लेट द एम्प्लॉयर नो कि बॉस इट्स नॉट अ फ्री लंच, इट्स नॉट अ फ्री राइड. आपको काम करा रहे हैं, मैं काम करूंगा, लेकिन आपकी एम्प्लॉयमेंट में नहीं करूंगा. And that is exactly how the freelance culture also develops. So I tell a lot of people, लोग मुझसे एडवाइस देते हैं, मैं कहता हूँ यार काम कर लो, कैसे, काम बहुत इजी है. मैं यार पैसे ले लो, बोलो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन कर ले, मैं फ्रीलांसिंग कर लूंगा, मैं नौकरी नहीं करूंगा आपकी 20,000 रुपए में. Which is absolutely fine. Everybody has a right to define their own value. It's an absolutely acceptable way of working. एक तो ये बात आपने बड़ी अच्छी की कि वो करना चाहिए. सेकेंडली देखें, लड़कियों की मैं खास तौर पर बात करना चाहूंगा. Whether we admit it or not, girls do not get equal opportunity. Let's be very, very honest about it. Okay? And especially in the advanced technology segment, girls don't get equal opportunity. One of the best things I thank God for that I have realized as part of this corona pandemic was that मेरा ऑफिस बंद है, ठीक है, मेरे पास रियल एस्टेट प्रैक्टिकली अनअवेलेबल हो गया है. मेरा एक बहुत बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट आ रहा है अगले 60 या 90 डेज में इंशाल्लाह, जिसके लिए मुझे कम से कम 15 डेवलपर चाहिए, ठीक है. अब बाय डिजाइन ऐसा हो गया कि मुझे 6 महीने के लिए वो डेवलपर एट होम ही चाहिए, दफ्तर तो बंद है, दफ्तर से कोई आ ही नहीं सकता. सो आई थॉट टू माई सेल्फ एंड आई सेड कि तो मुझे घर से ही काम करवाना है और चाहिए ही चाहिए 15 डेवलपर, दफ्तर तो खुलना ही नहीं अक्टूबर तक. आई विल स्पेसिफिकली ओनली हायर 15 गर्ल्स specifically. And I reached out, and I don't want to take her name, and I don't want to take an organization's name because we're signing an MOU and I want it to be more glamorous so that it creates more impact when the MOU gets signed. But I reached out to someone that I've met through NIC several times. And I reached out with an entire portfolio of skill sets that I required. And I said, मुझे 15 डेवलपर चाहिए, मुझे फॉरन चाहिए, और वर्क फ्रॉम होम है, मैं सारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोवाइड कर दूंगा, मुझे लड़कियां चाहिए. उन्होंने कहा नहीं हमारे पास लड़के भी होते हैं, मुझे चाहिए ही नहीं. नहीं कहा जब मेरे पास एक गॉड गिवन अपॉर्चुनिटी आ गई है कि मेरा दफ्तर भी बंद है, काम भी घर से करवाना है, कन्वेंस भी नहीं करनी, ट्रैवल भी नहीं करना, और चाहिए भी बेसिक स्किल सेट है, मैं क्यों ना आउट ऑफ द वे जाके हायर करूं स्पेसिफिकली. व्हाई डोंट आई लाइक सॉर्ट ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेट द अदर वे अराउंड एंड से मुझे लड़के चाहिए नहीं. एंड दैट इंशाल्लाह आई एम वेरी पॉजिटिव कि मुझे दो एडवांस स्किल सेट्स तो हो सकते हैं 15 ना मिले, लेकिन आई एम क्वाइट पॉजिटिव मुझे 8 या 9 तो मिल जाएंगी डेफिनेटली. And if that model works out, I'll be very honest, if that model works out, our IT steering committee has clearly said कि हम सारी future hiring जैसे ही करेंगे. Literally, we'll do all future hiring for male and females both like this. Work from home, have access to our infrastructure from anywhere you are, rapidly scale. So I think everybody should think along those lines, because जब ये practically implement होगा तो larger national level पे mindset change होगा, and then we start seeing inshallah some real big change. But चले जी, allow me to sign off now.
Imran. I think we know कौन सी that lady you're talking about, and जब आपका हो जाए MOU sign तो please हमें भी बता दीजिएगा, we'll announce.
देखिए मैं आपको honestly आपको मक्खन नहीं लगा रहा, लेकिन अगर कोरोना ना होता ना तो हमारा इरादा ये था कि NIC पे साइन करेंगे.
Oh, I miss NIC वैसे honestly. चले
मैं sign off करता हूँ.
Thank you so much. And
Okay.
Just for participants, अगर आप लोग if you think you are an edtech startup तो please अभी भी time है, fill in the form and details for the National Education Challenge. And इमरान की company जो है उन्होंने काफी exciting prizes जो है Rapid Compute ने announce किए हुए हैं, and all the details are given on our Facebook and other social media. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Allah Hafiz.